Alright guys, another update on the battle cruiser. Been working on and off on warp engines, whatever you like to call them, on the battle cruiser. And here's the, barely see it there, but here's the 805. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Up just a little bit more. There we go. I've been working on these 805 SMD tape, like LED tape, but it's smaller, and it's double density. It's green, but two of these in an engine's just overkill. It's too bright, and then I have to figure out a way to diffuse it, which I came up with an idea. I've had this in my stock for a long time from Model Masters. It's acrylic, and it's their flat clear, and I've been putting several coats last couple days on the light on the SMDs to diffuse it. Plus I also have some Mylar here for diffusing the light, which on this engine here you can see how I got it jerry rigged right now to diffuse that lighting. One thing I like about the engine's design is that how it's shaped right here in the center, and I came up with an idea. I used my drill here, and you can see on this side here, I didn't cut that back down to the trench there, but this side I did. So what I'm trying to spit out is that LED SMD tape is going to fit in there just perfect. Get it in there. It's going to fit in that trench perfect for the lighting, and it will light both sides of the engine. That's what I'm working on. I may work on this side and clear that out, so I'll have a little bit more playroom, but I think that's going to work out just fine. Let me jerry rig this, get this engine together and hook it up to some power so everybody can get an idea, at least one side here where I have the Mylar on the back of the plastic here, that and it fits fine. That goes on the inside here, clips on, which, you know, once I get it in there I'll have to glue it, but there's plenty of room for this slide in and be attached. But I'm starting to spit out words here. Let me go ahead, pause the camera, get this all together so everybody can get an idea of what it's going to look like. I think one of those is going to be enough. Two is just overkill. So let me go ahead, pause the camera, get that hooked up, show everybody, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, back on the engine. You can see with just one strip of lighting in there, it's going to do just fine. And using that Mylar, which I got right here, I have it on both sides. I just went ahead and applied it on both, and I think it's going to look just fine with just one strip in there instead of two. Two with being double density is just overkill, and that one is going to work out just fine. So I'm going to go ahead off camera, work on this one, and then I have the other engine right here still on the tree. I'm going to have to work on that and add lighting. Once I can get these two done and assembled using, you know, glue and putting them all together and having the wire come out the bottom here, then I can put these to the side and get back on the cruiser. But I think that's going to look really cool with just one strip in there. It's going to get perfect amount of lighting, and it's diffused enough to where it's going to look good. But I figured I'd share this with everybody on the engines. They're looking good. See the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and pause, continue working on these, and once they're all done, I'll probably film that too and show everybody the results. Until then, I'll pause and talk with everybody later. Alright guys, back on the engine. You can see with just one strip of lighting in there, it's going to do just fine. And using that Malar, which I got right here, I have it on both sides. I just went ahead and applied it on both, and I think it's going to look just fine with just one strip in there instead of two. Two with being double density is just overkill, and that one is going to work out just fine. So I'm going to go ahead off camera, work on this one, and then I have the other engine right here still on the tree. I'm going to have to work on that and add lighting. Once I can get these two done and assembled using, you know, glue, and putting them all together and having the wire come out the bottom here, then I can put these to the side and get back on the cruiser. But I think that's going to look really cool with just one strip in there. It's going to get perfect amount of lighting, and it's diffused enough to where it's going to look good. But I figured I'd share this with everybody on the engines. They're looking good. See the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and pause, continue working on these, and once they're all done, I'll probably film that too and show everybody the results. Until then, I'll pause and talk with everybody later. Alright guys, another update on the battle cruiser. Over the weekend, I went ahead and I decided just to go ahead and use my white primer, and I primered the inside of the engines just to probably make the lighting work a lot better, reflecting off the inside than just the black primer I had. So that's what I did, and turned out nice. And I did the inside here, as you can see. I hit that with some white primer so the light can bounce alright, and then I did the inside front here. So what I'm going to do today is get this one together. I'm just going to jerry rig it. I'm not going to assemble it and glue it and all that, but I just want to see the difference between, since I use my white primer, just to see how the light will look on the engine here. And I'll probably film that part to see how it turned out. Here's the other engine. I did the same thing. You know, I light blocked everything that will have lighting. This front of the battle cruiser, since I have that all done, I could start working on the lighting for this. The engines, since I showed in previous videos my idea for lighting, I'll work on this first, and then I'll maybe start on this. But I'm going to be doing a lot of work off camera just to get this all jerry rigged and see what the lighting is going to look like, especially here on the front. I want to see how that looks. So far, you know, I applied the black primer and the white so there shouldn't be any light leaks, so keep my fingers crossed. That's what I got going on my bench today. I'm going to do a little work here in my hobby shop and work on the engines first, see what that looks like, and then I'll show the end results. Right now I'll pause, continue working on the battle cruiser, and I'll talk with everybody later. Alright everybody, another update on the battle cruiser. I have one engine complete. You can see right here. Turned out pretty cool. And then the other side. Very cool. Let me turn the overhead light off. And that looks pretty cool. Turn it back this way. I have one more to go yet, and I'm going to go ahead and film that. I'm not going to talk. I'll be more focused on what steps it took for me to get this diffused and the lighting just right. But that's going to look pretty cool when it's all together. I'll work on the next engine, and then I'll put them to the side. I also have to mask off these areas here. It's going to be tedious. I have one already somewhat masked with some Tamiya tape. I think it's this one right here on the bottom. So it's going to take a little time to do that, but I can wait and do that once both engines are complete. But figured I'd share this with everybody. That's what I got going on my workbench, is the battle cruiser, the engine. This one is done. I'll let it dry and cure overnight. I'm going to get ready to start on the next engine, and I'll film that. It might take 10, 15, 20 minutes for the steps I took, but if anybody down the road decides to build this exact kit from Revell, they can follow my lead and do it the same way or come up with something better. But for what I've done so far, this engine looks really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and pause, continue working on the next engine, and I'll talk with everybody later. one more final look at the engines. I think they look really cool. There you go. They turned out really great. Like I said, probably today I'll get started taking the tape off, doing the seam work. I think there's a little light leak right up in here, but I'll take care of that, doing the seam work and all that fun, and then blocking off, masking off the lights. But I think I got enough that I can call this a wrap for part 2 on the battle cruiser. I think I got enough video to go ahead and post. It looks pretty cool. So again, I'm going to call this a wrap for part 2. Like everybody, and thank everybody for watching this. Be safe out there, and I'll talk with everybody later.